Let me start with a question most people avoid. Why do some people making $60,000 a year quietly build wealth, while others earning $150,000 live paycheck to paycheck? Same country, same economy, same inflation, different outcome. And here's the uncomfortable truth most people don't want to hear: it's not income. If income alone created wealth, doctors wouldn't be stressed, athletes wouldn't go broke, and lottery winners wouldn't end up right where they started. Yet they do. So today, I'm going to show you why most people never build wealth, and why fixing this early can change the entire trajectory of your life. Not in your 40s, not one day, but starting now. And stay with me until the end, because the final shift is the one that separates people who talk about money from people who quietly win. Let's begin. Point 1. Wealth is a behavior problem, not an income problem. Here's the first myth that traps most people. Once I make more money, everything will be fine. No, that's not a plan, that's a delay. Because when income goes up, lifestyle usually follows it up the stairs. New apartment, new car, new subscriptions you forgot you even signed up for. If money actually solved money problems, rich people would never stress about money. And yet, here we are. Wealth isn't built by what you earn. It's built by what you keep, control, and direct intentionally. And this leads to the real problem. Point 2. Most people never see their money clearly. You can't control what you don't see. And most people live in financial fog. They think they know what they earn. They think they know what they spend. But if you ask them right now, "Where did your last $1,000 go?" they'd stare at you like you asked for their Netflix password. Money you can't see becomes money you can't control. And here's the danger. This fog doesn't feel painful at first. It feels normal, comfortable, quiet, until one emergency hits, one layoff email lands, one credit card bill gets bigger than expected, and suddenly, panic. But clarity alone doesn't make you wealthy. It only shows you the battlefield. The next mistake is where most people really lose. Point 3. They confuse looking rich with being wealthy. This one is subtle and deadly. Our culture rewards appearance, not stability. New phone, luxury car, designer labels. But wealth is quiet, almost boring. Real wealth looks like driving a paid-off car, saying no without stress, sleeping well at night. If flexing made people rich, Instagram would be the Federal Reserve. But here's the truth. Every dollar you spend to look rich is a dollar that doesn't get to work for you. And that brings us to the rule wealthy people understand early. Point 4. They pay themselves first, automatically. Most people ask, "Will I save this month?" Wealthy people don't ask, they design. Money moves automatically, to savings, to investments, to emergency funds before spending ever gets a chance. Because discipline fades, design doesn't. Point 5. They think long-term when others panic. Wealth isn't built in moments. It's built in boring consistency. Small investments, repeated monthly, over long periods of time. Most people quit during the boring phase, the phase where nothing seems to happen, where progress feels slow, where doubt gets loud. But this is exactly where compounding is being built. Wealth rewards patience over excitement, time over timing, consistency over intensity. And the earlier you understand this, the less you'll ever need to work for money later. Which leads us to the final shift. Here's what most people get wrong. They think wealth is something they'll reach one day. But wealth is something you become. It's a person who sees money, clearly designs systems instead of relying on motivation, thinks in decades, not weeks. You don't wake up rich one day. You wake up no longer trapped. And years from now, people will look at your life and say, "You got lucky." But you'll know the truth. It wasn't luck. It wasn't income. It was behavior, compounded over time. Ending CTA, end screen transition. If you want to build wealth faster and create something that compounds just like money, watch the video on screen right now, because building wealth and building an audience, they follow the same rules. Consistency, systems, compounding. Click it. I'll see you there. Let me ask you something. Why do some people making $60,000 a year quietly build wealth, while others earning $150,000 live paycheck to paycheck? Same country, same economy, same inflation, different outcome. Here's the uncomfortable truth most people ignore. It's not income. If money alone created wealth, doctors wouldn't stress, athletes wouldn't go broke, and lottery winners wouldn't end up back where they started. Yet they do. Today, I'm going to show you why most people never build wealth, and how understanding this now can change the trajectory of your life. Not when you're 40,